Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. Before we get started, come on in the room, open up your laptop or your mobile device, grab you something to drink, grab you something to eat, so we can get in here and have a little chit-chat. I'll be with y'all in just a minute. Hola. Hey guys. Let me come on to happy Saturday and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. So let me get my sofa together here. All right. Let me turn this music down a little bit, y'all. I feel like I'm competing. Roll on. Kind of loud. And so you guys are going to be hearing, because I'm in a different part of the house, and they haven't fixed the fire smoke detectors yet. So it is what it is. Hold on, gosh. Okay, there it is. Turn it down to right here. There we go. Okay, that's much better. And let me go get my cup of coffee. I'll be right back, y'all. All right, here we go. Back with the coffee. And I have it in my elephant mug that I got from my fans, my line sister in Delta Sigma Theta. When we turned 35. Hey Cyril, hey 1SP, hey Uppity. And this year, we will be turning 40. We will be turning 40. Let me turn this down. This is kind of loud. Turn it down on here. And in, you guys, less than 30 days, your girl DC, I'm going to be 60. I'm going to let that marinate because I look like this, turning 60. And I'm not even gloating. I'm giving all praise to the Most High. I'm giving all praise to the Most High because I know that there are people that are younger than me that look older than the age that I'm about to turn. So I thank God for keeping me in good health. I thank Him for not allowing the stresses of life, because I have had a lot of stress, to show. How about that? Because being a caregiver for my son, y'all, ain't easy. It's not easy. It really isn't. So now, today we're doing stuff a little different because, let me show y'all this. This is my phone. I know it looks black because, yeah, I gotta replace it. Like I gotta replace it. Like, when I get off of here, I have to go online with my phone carrier and order a phone online because I went to the store yesterday and they don't have them. Yeah. So I gotta go online and try to do this. And that's gonna be interesting because I'm one of those people that was a Sprint customer and now we're T-Mobile, but all of our stuff is still in the Sprint system. They haven't converted our stuff over to T-Mobile. Yeah, it's all in the Sprint system. So it's going to be interesting. It's just going to be interesting. But that's what I'm going to be doing this afternoon when I get offline with you guys. It's because, you know, my phone is not just my phone, and I don't even use it. I use it for a phone, but I don't use it for a phone. But I use it for a phone in regards to my job. Because, see, I have one of those, you know, jobs where we have to do an authenticator, and part of the authentication is on your personal cell phone. Yeah, that part. So, fun stuff. So I'm just gonna order the new phone. I did find out that I get at least $600 off of the new phone because they can have this one. And I only have to pay, I think, the taxes and something else. So hopefully it'll be less than $100 I have to come out of my pocket with. Yeah, hopefully. Hey, Casmira, how are you, sis? Good to see you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. So it is still morning here in the West. So technically, it's still coffee time. But you know, it's coffee time anytime if you drink coffee. And if you're a coffee drinker, you know what I mean. So this is I'm good because I only have one cup. But this is my one cup. This is my one cup. Normally I only have one cup, but it's an extra large cup. You understand what I'm saying? That one cup, I make that one cup a big cup. So I'm excited that we're in the new year. I'm disappointed about my phone because, until I get the new phone, that's going to kind of cramp my style on getting my content out that's not live stream. But we're going to work with it. We're going to work with it because hopefully I'll get it like within the week. Somewhere within the week, prayers crossed, fingers crossed, up to the Most High, everything. Hopefully I'll get it within the week. What you guys are saying. That's right. It's coffee time. It's coffee time everywhere. And this coffee that I have right now is really, really good. It's a French cappuccino. French vanilla. It's got French vanilla in it. I got that French vanilla taste in it. Delicious. Anyway, I'm excited that we're in the new year, though, you guys, because as we come into the new year, we all. Oh, thank you, Mahogany. Thank you for the super chat. All right, let me do this. There we go. I'm gonna get the singing bowl together. There we go. Because we gotta give those peaceful chimes up in here. We gotta get those peaceful chimes up in here. Right. Yes, you guys, I'm excited about it being a new year. New year, that means new things to come about. I've already put together my vision board, but I think what I'm going to do is, once I get into the phone, is upload a video about, different things, how I did my vision board. I did my vision board using Canva, but there are vision board apps out there. I think I like just picking a design that I like and then installing the pictures, which is what I did on Canva. And also they have like a huge array of pictures. They got a huge array of pictures in there. So that's what I did. Normally I do a hard copy, like, get the poster board, get the magazine, cut out the pictures, and put that stuff on my vision board. But this time I decided I was going to do it digitally. So it's in my phone. It is on my YouTube channel. Where else did I put it? And the other place that I need to put it as wallpaper on like one of my computers. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it as wallpaper, but I'm going to have it like 3 places because, it's all about you got, if you have the vision, you have to, name the vision, make it plain, and most of us are visual people. So you've got to have it visually in front of you, so that you can see it. Now, my vision board for 2023, I put a number of things on there that are goals for this year. I'm working on finishing the book on my son. I have gone in there and kind of gutted a couple of the chapters and rewritten them, but that's what the Lord told me to do. So that's what I did. And I'm trying to make it more conversational as me telling my own story. And so that has, in doing that, I've had to pull myself back to where I was when certain things happened. So I did everything. I rewrote everything leading up to my son's birth, and I rewrote the stuff leading up to us finding out that he was diagnosed with autism. So that's like about the first 2 years of his life, and then now I'm going to finish the rest of it, and I'm taking it all the way up to him completing school, and I mean basically past 18, because he didn't go to college. So yeah, I'm gonna go as far as I can up until the point where I have to start doing the adult decisions for him. And y'all hear him? He doesn't like me talking about him. He does not like me talking about him like he's not here. Sorry. I apologize, David. I apologize, son. Okay? Mom's sorry. I'm sorry. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi to the people online? Do you want to say hi? All right, come over here and say hi. Well, he needs a shave. Sit down. He needs a shave, y'all.
Uh-huh.
So don't judge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Say hi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, don't judge, y'all. Look all that hair on his face. And he needs a shave, and he needs a haircut.
Okay.
Hey, Michelle. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? I try not to do that, you guys. I try not, especially when he's right here in the same room. But most of the time when I'm online, he's not in the same room with me. And that was disrespectful to him to speak on him without including him in the conversation. So I apologize, son. Do you forgive me? Thank you. So that's one of the goals on my vision board. Another goal on my vision board is matter of fact, let me see if I can bring it up. Yeah, the phone isn't acting. Let me see. Where can I bring it up? I can't bring it up on here. That's okay. Oh, I know where I can bring it up. I actually do know where I can bring it up. Let me do this. Y'all saw that flashing in my face? That's why my phone has a black screen. That's why it's on black screen, y'all. That's exactly why it's on black screen. It's doing that almost every time I open it up. So I'm gonna have to turn it off again. Okay, so I'm going into my I'm bringing up my calendar. Yeah, he's having a day right now. Okay, so I brought it up. Okay, so in my vision board, I had, finishing my book on my son. I have having peace. I want peace because after the past couple of years that we've all had, I really want to have a sense of peace and things to be peaceful and to be calm. So I need peace. I need peace in my life. So that's one of my goals in 2023. Other thing is I am going to be concentrating on my artistic side, doing more of my art, doing more of the dramatic arts. I'm using 2023. I have the dragonfly as a symbol on here because, as I told you guys, when I named my members and channel supporters the dragonflies, it's because dragonfly is about transformation. I'm also going to be concentrating more on my poetry. I want to have a house on the beach. Don't we all want to have a house on the beach? Maybe I should play the mega that's coming up. Do you guys know that nobody won last night? Hey, Red Wings. Do y'all know nobody won that thing last night? And it is now over $1 billion. They can't even put the actual amount on the things at the places where you buy the lottery tickets because it only goes up to 999 million. So it's over $1 billion. Maybe we should all buy one of those. I don't need the $1 billion, y'all. I just need to hit a few of the numbers on there and to get a few thousand, maybe 100,000, but I need a few thousand at least. That'd be nice. Okay, and then the last thing on my vision board is marriage, remarriage. Yes, to get married again at age 60. I have not been married for over 20 years. I've been in relationships, but not married. Because 10 of those 20 years, I was still raising my son. And I was not going to, just wasn't in my mind to think about getting married until he was 18. And he didn't turn 18 until I was 50. So, yeah. So since 50, now I've been more in the marriage mind. And, now I'm with someone that I want to marry. Yeah, who wants to marry me? We want to marry each other. So that's part of the plan for this year. So, and that also means, blending family because, even though my son is above 18, he ain't going nowhere. And although 2 of his children are over the age of 18, he has one that is under the age of 18 that does not live in the state. But he's going to be coming to visit. That's another thing that's going to happen this year. My, stepson, I don't do step. So I'll say my bonus son is going to be coming out to visit in a couple months. So, yeah, we're doing, the transitions and stuff, So those are things that are exciting that are going to be happening this year. Let me tell y'all what's going to be happening on the channel. Let me get out of here. Let me go over to Canada. Things that are going to be happening on the channel. Y'all see, I've already put out a coffee talk. I've got daily thoughts and artsy autism mom stuff that is in the works. This bugger has kind of, set me back, but hopefully I'll still be able to get something out this week, at least one thing, one of my videos, hopefully. We'll see. Let's just pray. Let's pray. What is this thing doing? Oh, it's just tripping. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why it's doing that. Because now I can't see. Now I can't see the comments in StreamYards. I can see them on the computer, but I can't see them in StreamYards. Just crazy. Okay, now they came back. StreamYards is just a trip, y'all. At least the green screen is working. At least the green screen is working. So, but I've got things that I'm definitely going to be doing more ASMR stuff. Like I'm going to do an ASMR live tonight. I think the one tonight is going to be like nighttime sound. And with those, I'm trying to do them for at least 2 hours so that when people come through on the playbacks, they just can kind of listen to it if they're, sleeping or doing things around the house. Because I just want those to be kind of like just kind of chill zone. So I'm going to definitely do another one tonight. There's some ones that I want to do, but I'm going to actually have to go out and do the filming, like, go someplace to film the sound that I want, because I can't find it online. So yeah, I'm gonna go some places to find the sounds that I want, tape them once I get this iPhone 14 Pro Max Deep Purple 1 TB memory. That's the one I'm getting. They didn't have them in the store. The only thing they had in the store was, they did have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, but it only had 256. And unfortunately, 256 is not enough for me, because guess what? This is 256. And I've already maxed it out. I need at least 512, but why get the 512 when I really need to just give me the 1 TB. Just give me the 1 TB. Because I use the phone for filming. I do, yeah. Yep. That's where we are. So we're going to definitely have all of that stuff coming up. But there's been a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on the platform. A lot of stuff going on in real life. I'm watching people, around here falling on swords, so to speak, in regards to the Tory Lanez story and that whole thing, because they were unable to be unbiased doing the whole trial. And evidence showed that this girl was pow-powed. Somebody pow-powed her. Somebody did it. They wanted it to be Kelsey. You know what? It's based on his actions, the stuff that was brought out. Shout out to Meek at Night. in the aftermath of the evidence that the jury had, obviously there was beyond a reasonable doubt. That's they had their instructions and they followed. Sorry, y'all. I got chips. Don't judge. This is my midday snack. Yes. So yeah, kettle chips. My favorite kind of chip. That's what you're saying. It's all my Anyway, so that story kind of blew up and got late. And I'm not a Meg Thee Stallion fan, okay? She's a little girl to me who made a whole bunch of bad decisions, and she's not a good friend. However, none of that has any bearing on whether someone pop out her or not. And seeing as nobody really wants to give the real story about how it happened and why it happened, we're left to our own imagination in regards to that. We'll never know because nobody's coming with that. But Tory Lanez is found guilty on all 3 counts. He can appeal all he wants. This is California. And I'm telling you that this is someone who is in the state of California. Yeah. He ain't gonna win no appeals up in here. That's not gonna happen. California is one of those states that if you're a black man that used a gun and whatever happened, you're going down. You're going down. I'm just telling you that. Knowing that because my ex-brother-in-law was in prison for an murder, someone being unalive, and he was in a whole nother state when it happened. He was innocent. And it took 38 years for him to get out. He's a senior citizen now. And yeah, they got to pay him a whole bunch of money. But this is back in the 80s. This is back in the 80s. 2022, he finally got out. That's what you guys are saying. So, it's gonna be an interesting appeal process for him, but yes, go ahead and appeal. By all means, appeal. I'm just telling you, it ain't gonna work in your favor. Not in California. Not in California. California may be this quote unquote a liberal state, but not when it comes to firearms and black people using them, especially black men.
So you're gonna get deported. You're going back to Canada for sure. You're probably gonna do some time in the California state prison system, the private plantation up in this state, before you get deported, sir. I'm just saying. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You see. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Meg Thee Stallion, she's one of, I'm gonna give it to her. There are very few rappers or ones involved in hip hop that went to college. She has a college degree. Shout to her. D Smoke has a college degree. He, who was up against her in the category for best new rap artist. But she's a female, and she was the hot thing of the moment. But she's not the only one who has a degree. There's a few of them. There's another female rapper that was on that show, the ladies of Sisters of Hip Hop, that has a degree. She went to school in Florida. On the old school side, Run DMC, all of them went to school. They went to St. John's University. Diddy did 2 seconds in college. I think he did a year. Yeah. I believe, listen, is it not common? Chance the Rapper, I think he went to college. There's a few of them that went to college. And back in the 80s, when I was in college, to Red Wings' point, I knew some girls that worked at the strip club while they were going and putting themselves through college. But that was back in the 80s. And those girls had a mission. Now, these girls today, once they get up on that pole, they're not likely to be, going to college and going to medical school. A lot of them are about that fast money. They're not planning ahead, because everyone is not going to get past their childbearing years and all of that stuff, or get through their childbearing years and still have a body, the same body that they had in their 20s. Everyone's not that blessed. Gravity comes in. But I never thought about doing that. I never thought about doing that. I don't know. Well, first of all, I'm a skinny girl, so even though back in the days when I would have been in that age range, that's what they wanted. They weren't looking for the bigger girls. now it's a whole nother thing. 80s was different. Now, the girls are getting their boobs done, getting their behinds done. And then that stuff looks crazy as you get older. Because I'm going to tell you, I think one of the reasons why Wendy Williams has all that lymphomia going on is because of the stuff she had done when she was younger. She needs to take that crap out. She needs to take that crap out. It just looks crazy. It just really does. I pray for her, because, she's younger than me and she is falling apart. You can't even answer that. Let me turn this on vibrate. I forgot. Right. That was my phone ringing. It was your father calling, but I can't answer the phone. I'll have to call him back later. Hold on one second, y'all. Got all this stupid stuff coming up on here. Popping up on the screen. Let's see if that works. Is it on? Okay, it's not. I don't know what this one is yet. You turn that down. All right. Let me see what you said here, man. I don't want a pharmacist representing me in court. Yeah, well, I don't. The people that I knew. That I knew. Let me just see. Yeah. All right, I'm going to put the phone on. This is tripping. All right. Yeah, talk to your dad. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me put my phone. Let me go to mute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm seeing if it's coming back up. Right. Can y'all hear me? Okay, yeah, now y'all can hear me. It took a second. It's just crazy. Okay, so I guess his father's gonna come and grab him and go get his hair cut. and get him shaved. Yeah, because he needs to learn how to, like to use the electric ones and everything. And yeah, I don't know how to teach him how to do that. Yeah, I don't know. So he needs to teach him how to do that. Because that's a man thing. Yeah. That's not even, that's just a personal grooming thing that I can't teach him how to do. And if that's his dad wants to pay for it to get done, then we'll leave it that way. But anyway, that just kind of just threw me completely off of where I was. What was I talking about? Oh, we were talking about, the women that I knew that were dancing were going to school. They weren't going to school they were like in business majors and stuff like that. Nobody I knew was getting ready to go to law school though. Yeah, they were just trying to get their degree. And see, it was in the 80s, it was very, very different because you didn't have you didn't have social media and all of this stuff where you can, where all of this other stuff is going on, where they're popularizing everything. So it was like, didn't nobody know that you were dancing in a club except the people that came to the club that you danced at. So that it was different then. But yeah, I understand. Somebody from way back then, you wouldn't know that they had ever danced in the club. It wouldn't even come up. It wouldn't be on their resume. You know what I'm saying? Now, because of social media and everything, and it's like if they were doing that, you can find stuff. But the ladies that were doing that back in the 80s, yeah. This was before social media. And people who did stuff before social media, as long as they weren't actually doing, skin flicks. Now the skin flicks, even if you did those before social media, yeah, that was gonna come out on you. That was gonna come out on you. So let me see if there's something. Yeah, that was Vanessa Williams. That when that happened to her, that was so unfortunate. But she's the one Miss America that people will never forget. I mean, even though Suzette Charles took over for her, when she had to step down. How many people remember Suzette Charles? And Vanessa Williams is doing fine. She's same age as me. She's about to turn 60 this year too. She don't look like she's about to turn 60. She's doing fine. She's had a music career. She's had an acting career. It was, it was just unfortunate that she had done them pictures. I ain't never do none of them kind of pictures. It was that's the crazy thing. Like back in the 80s, I you know I had already come to California, and Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley, that was the capital. That was the capital of what, and that was one of the things they always say. If you do a modeling, be careful because that's what they would be trying to get people to get into. So, like I said, it was an unfortunate decision on her part. You know. Yeah, she'll be, but again, now it's not, the whole Playboy thing and Penthouse and all of that stuff. Probably wouldn't be as big of a deal. But for the Miss America and the Miss USA pageant stuff, they try to keep everything squeaky clean. It's all about squeaky clean. Because really, a lot of people don't really understand. They're doing that to get money for college. It's the scholarship. It's the scholarships money for most of those girls that are doing that. I mean, because didn't Vanessa Williams, didn't she want to be a doctor? I think she wanted to be a doctor or something. She wanted to be something. You're not into light-skinned women. And that was the other thing. It was so crazy. Vanessa Williams is not mixed. She's not mixed. Both her parents are black. And their parents before them were black. They just happen to be lighter skinned blacks. We've already found out that blue eyes did not originate in Europe. There are people with blue eyes in Africa and blonde hair. So let's stop. And they kept trying to say that she was biracial, and she was not biracial. Meanwhile, Suzette Charles was. But you have a lot of people who are, quote unquote, of mixed, half black, half white, or half, and they just look black. Yeah, there was a very nice, yeah, but after the earthquake in the 90s, Red Wings, that kind of exposed what was going on in California. And because of a lot of different laws that have come into play around that industry, some of that stuff is going out of state to places like Nevada and Arizona for filming. But at one time, they were doing all that filming and stuff all up in the San Fernando Valley. But with the girls that were in that industry, I don't even know, because we all know that prior to everything going to the videotape, that they were actually making movies, and when it was basically a industry and weren't part of it, they were making movies and the people were actually acting and they were doing, there was a storyline, there was a plot line, it was all that kind of, that's not even what's going on anymore. So yeah, I'd agree. They don't have to. All they need to know how to do is perform in a room full of people. Because believe me, when they're doing those scenes, there's at least 20 people around them on the set, at least. I know people who worked in the industry in front of the camera. I know people who worked in that industry behind the camera. I know people who were caterers and security guards on sets in that industry. And yeah, it'd be a bunch of people. And it was easy for the girls because, they can fake. The men could not. Yeah. That part. So, it's an interesting industry. But my understanding is that it's very, very big in NYC now. That there's a lot of that industry going on in NYC when it comes to us, our color. That they built a nice little industry over in NYC. Mm-hmm. That's what I heard. So that's interesting. Let's see what you guys are saying. But let me just talk. I'm going to talk for a minute about because I'm about to get off of here. Been on here for over an hour. A little bit about the stuff that's been going on the platform. Specifically in the quote unquote Black beef sector. And things being brought online. Let me see how I'm gonna say this. When the appearances, we got people who are married, not acting like they're married online. We'll just say it that way. And perceptions about other people in regards to said married folk. And then organizations being brought into the mix of the stuff. Now, I already told y'all, I don't do this. I don't do relationships with anybody on this platform. I'm not on this platform to find a man. Okay? I don't do online stuff when it comes to my relationships anyway, because I'm of a certain age. But these folk, are engaging in these internet relationships and situationships and all that stuff, and then things are blowing up, and then all of a sudden we got people on the platform cussing each other out, showing text messages from 6 months ago, basically, and more, because another person wants to allow things to appear as though they weren't. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Red Wings, 14th Street in DC is 14th and U. It has moved all the way. It's moved all the way up to like DuPont Circle. It has moved almost up to DuPont Circle, is my understanding these days. It's not just 14th and U. Because 14th and U is not that far from the White House. And that was the running joke in the city for years, how close the White House was to the red light district. But it has moved up the avenue. It's moved up the avenue. That's how it is these days. And it's so crazy because I dated when I was in high school in the 70s. I dated somebody that lived over there. I think he lived on our street. He lived right around the corner. He lived right on the corner from that. And I remember when we would go over there. Yeah. I remember that area. It's nothing like it was back then though now. Yeah. DC has been gentrified up. It's gentrified up. So, as it gentrified, red light district moved along. That's like, I'd say that's like in Los Angeles. So, in Los Angeles, there are a couple of streets that are known as the Stroll. Figueroa is one of them. But this would be Figueroa south of USC. Let's be clear. USC is on Figueroa as well, but we're talking about south of USC. So that means we're past Martin Luther King, which is on the south border. So we're past that. So that was the Stroll for many years. Well, now the Stroll has moved from not just Figueroa. Now it is on Vermont, which is the next major street. And then it has moved over to Normandy, which is the next major street, all the way over to Western. So it's moved like all of these streets. Once you get to a certain point, in LA, are the Stroll. Now, but when I was in college, back in the 80s, it was just Figueroa and going East. It's, the oldest profession in the world. It is. They say that's what they say. It's the oldest profession in the world. But yeah, back to this stuff going on the platform. So the disappointing thing to me, in regards to all of the stuff that's going on the platform, is that many of the players involved in this stuff are in Divine Nine and or Masonic organizations. And you guys know, I mean, I am a member of one of the Divine Nine organizations. And I don't come on here with a bunch of BS. And all of this stuff, and it would have been if the organizations hadn't been pulled into this mess. That's the part that was just disappointing to me. And people were representing themselves as part of organizations, but yet and still they're on here with this type of behavior. That was disappointing to me. It was disappointing to me that this was even on the platform. I was disappointed in the individuals that were involved. And that's just me talking as an elder. As an elder, I know I don't look like an elder, and I'm not sorry about not looking like an elder. I'm happy I don't look like an elder, but nonetheless, I am an elder. So I'm, I told y'all, this year when I turn 60, I might turn up a little bit, show my behind a couple times. And I'll put it off to I'm getting old, but for the most part, that's just so not in my character. It's just so not in my character, But yeah. For the most part, most of everybody that was involved in all of this stuff is under the age of 50. So, 40s and, I don't know, maybe I would have turned up like that and acted the fool and all that kind of stuff on here back in my 40s. I don't know. Let me think about that. I'm trying to think about. See, back in my 40s, I was doing internet radio. I was doing a radio show. I had stalkers on that radio show. I have to tell y'all about that sometime. I had stalkers when I was doing the internet radio show. They were stalking me in one of my email accounts, which I no longer have because of the crazy. Because of the crazies. I had to shut that down. Yeah. So I don't know if I would have, and I've had a YouTube page. I had a YouTube page back then, but I just wasn't using it. I wasn't producing content regularly. Let's just say that. I was more of a spectator when I was in my 40s. Yeah, because by the time I decided to come on here and do, I was already over 50. Yep. But I started my YouTube channel when I was in my 40s. Sunset Boulevard. Maybe Hollywood Boulevard now, and maybe not so much. And it's only a certain stretch because yeah, they've gentrified. I mean, they bougied up so much stuff in that area. They bougied up a whole bunch of stuff in that area. Yeah. So, you know. And anyway, the ones who are on the stroll, that's not who's making the money. The ones who make the money in that profession are the ones who are escorts or called. You call for them. Yeah, those people. Let me see, pass. Yeah, it's pretty much gone. And on Sunset, I'm just trying to think. It's just literally a very small section where you even have theaters or anything, and there's only maybe one or two up in that area, and then you've got maybe the Pleasure Chest. I think the Pleasure Chest is still up there. Yeah, there's a Pleasure Chest up there. But that's about it. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about with the Pleasure Chest, look it up online. Look it up online. I'm not even going to explain it. I'll just say it's like Adam and Eve, but you can walk in. You can walk in. It was around before there was an Adam and Eve. Mm-hmm. Pleasure Chest has been around since the 70s at least. The 70s at least. Because when I was in high school in the 70s and early 80s, it existed. There was one it was in Georgetown. It's in Georgetown in DC. It's in Georgetown. It's still there. All right, y'all. I'm done. I just really came in to check in, chit chat with you guys, start the year off, explain why y'all aren't seeing any content because my phone has like blown up and I'm ordered another one. It is what it is. Yeah. So tonight I will probably come live and do a nighttime ASMR stream with some nighttime sounds. I'll do that for like about a couple of hours. It'll probably be late for the East Coast, but still early on the West Coast, somewhere in the 11 o'clock range, East Coast, which means it's like somewhere in the 10 to 11 o'clock East Coast, which means the 7 to 8 o'clock West Coast time. So I will probably, I'll get ready to I'll post that a little later on as to when that one's going to happen. And that won't be silent except for the sounds that are going to be playing. So you guys, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Y'all know when I do these daytime lives, I don't have an outro. I still haven't done an outro for the daytime. Sorry, not sorry. But I will be back on later with the ASMR. Until I see you guys again, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out with me. Thank you for the super sticker. I will see you guys in these YouTube streets or the next live. See you guys. I'm out. Peace. Let's see if this thing works. It never works when I'm doing it this way. Nope. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm out, you guys. Peace.
It's still not ending. This is crazy. All right, I'm trying.